What's up, Reject Nation? If you didn't catch part 1 of our reaction to the Mandalorian Season 2 finale, there's a link in the description box and pinned comment. Anywho, this is part 2. Enjoy.
Oh. Look at him, he's holding the Darksaber!
Why don't you kill him now and take it?
Exactly.
Oh no.
It's yours now.
What is?
The Darksaber.
The Darksaber.
You won it, man.
It belongs to you.
Beat him in combat.
No. It belongs to her.
Oh, yes.
Nice,
She
dude.
can't take it. She would need to defeat you in combat.
Sabine Wren gave it to her, though.
I yield. It's yours.
I yield. It's perfect.
Without that blade, she's a pretender to the throne.
Oh, you asshole.
Come on, just take it.
I'm not gonna tell anyone.
We're being boarded.
How many life forms?
None.
Oh, damn!
Oh, no. I should have thought about
Oh, crap.
that. Really look, sound, and feel heavy.
Oh, I love the crafting of this. You have phase 1 just show how hard they are.
Yeah.
And then
Give you a false moment.
and then be like, oh, come on.
Oh, you bitch.
Come on. He like threw him right onto one. Right onto a blaster.
Gonna place you right here.
Right here with the gun.
On top of this MacGuffin.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Otherwise, it's gonna be a really disappointing finale.
We wouldn't even have time to get to a Jedi at this point.
Unless one shows up.
They're here.
They have like this CGI stop motion thing about them too, you know? It's interesting the way they did that. I mean, but they have to get wiped out, right? Otherwise, the First Order would use them.
Yeah. They wish. Couldn't you just like Darksaber through all their heads as they run in?
I wonder if they designed it where the lightsabers couldn't cut through. What?
Oh,
An X-Wing.
Incoming craft, identify yourself.
Oh no! Is it him? Are they doing it? Is it him? I'm just gonna be like waiting very patiently right now. Oh, it's gotta be Luke. It's gotta be Luke. Oh, you mean
so nice to look.
Oh, it's him.
Scared.
It's totally him. Yeah. Yes. That's who he was talking to. I can't believe they're doing this. They brought him in.
Wow.
Is it actually? Yeah. Oh my god. They're like, look, the last Jedi didn't give you the action you wanted, so we're giving it to you.
Right.
Oh, the music! No!
Oh, Jesus! Yes! Oh, thank God! Thank heavens! Oh,
Oh no! Oh yeah! Oh!
oh!
I'm about to have an anxiety attack.
This is a great way to have his presence felt
Yeah.
too.
But to answer the question, a lightsaber can defeat them.
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Oh!
And moving all graceful like, oh, just bring him to me. Oh!
Ah, nice. Oh, nice!
Oh!
Yes.
Oh! So
I love this episode so much. This is so good. Oh, shit. No.
Uncle Mando. Oh, it's a reflection. They did it. Wow. They just full on did it.
Come, little one.
Oh.
Oh, guy.
He is strong with the Force, but he will not be safe until he masters his abilities.
I'll see you again.
Oh.
I promise.
Oh, no.
Don't be afraid.
Shit.
Shit. Okay.
It's okay, let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Wow.
R2! R2! Oh, like R2 and Yoda again. Ah, fuck. Oh. Fucking glasses. What? Should put contacts.
Aww.
May the Force be with you.
Oh, dude. Oh. Oh, no. I can't believe this. Shit.
Aww.
Peyton redirected that
Reed,
one.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
crap! I didn't know that. Holy crap! Got 2 in this season.
Hats off, my dude.
God. Fucking glasses kept fucking up. I was like, damn it, can't see anything.
It's okay, just feel it. Just feel it. It's all there.
I had a whole talk with John beforehand about should I wear my glasses or contact. I'll wear my glasses. I wonder if he's gonna be like a time jump in the next one after he's been like a little bit more trained.
Yeah, we'll jump to when he's like 150.
What a powerful episode. But what becomes of the Darksaber?
Well,
I guess that's what we find on the next season.
I guess
huh?
maybe we'll shift focus for a little while to the situation.
To the actual
surrounding
Mandalorian
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. Damn, we didn't even.
We didn't get a
We
result on
didn't
that.
resolve that,
Bo-Katan, no.
That episode took so much.
I know.
So much energy out of me. Oh my god.
I'm thoroughly
as we're just letting the cars. As we're just letting the credits play, I'm just like, man, I was on edge. I was excited. I
Didn't let me
cried.
go.
I was just like, holy crap, what a journey. That was nonstop. It just the second it started.
It's like it did a bunch of things I was hoping, and then it, you know, kicked it up into overdrive. Like it led with a bunch of stuff I'd been hoping to see, and then yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Tatooine? Jabba's palace? Oh, Fortuna's running the shots now. Boba.
oh yeah.
Oh crap. Oh, we're setting up season 3.
There's your boy.
Oh! What?
Wow.
Bring him back for a second.
Oh.
Damn.
Just shove his body right. Yeah. There you go.
No
She's mine
way.
now.
Oh my goodness.
Keep Mando.
Oh my, yes. Holy crap. Oh, it looks like a comic book.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this is a new spin-off series that we didn't yet.
December to.
Oh,
So
that'll
it's-
be season 3.
It'll be Mandalorian season 3. Yeah.
The rumors!
I'm sure it won't be only Boba Fett. I bet it'll focus on that, but then also do like Din Djarin eventually and all that.
I mean, he's gonna need somebody else's mission to get tied up in for a long time.
Yeah. So I think that's how it'll go. Damn, that was surprising.
Yeah.
Bring Fortuna back for a moment.
Hey man, I mean, if you're gonna do it, like, if you're gonna...
I mean, but maybe that'll start exploring the, how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. Maybe there'll
Oh,
be
I
some
gotta
flashbacks.
imagine,
Do
yeah.
this. Get out of the Sarlacc pit. All right, let's talk about him. How's it?
That's a whole lot.
Take Varric. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. So much to talk about here. I mean, yeah. All right. So we're. Hold on a sec. Sorry. I'm literally just got a message. I know someone who's directing an episode of season 3, and he just messaged me saying, "So, what did you think?" I'm literally reviewing it right now. Holy shit.
You heard it here first.
Holy hell, this shit is right. I can't reveal who it is yet, but I know.
It's Jon Favreau.
And he won't tell me anything about it, obviously. He's not allowed to, and I prefer he doesn't. Yeah, I'm doing a I'm literally being recorded right now, reviewing it. Reaction will be up tomorrow.
You just get his thoughts and then
Can't wait
read
to
them off for the rest
see
of this
what
video.
you do for season 3, man. No, he hasn't told me anything, so yeah, man.
Yeah, no spoilers,
Crap.
no scoops.
Oh boy, okay. His timing could not be more
I know.
impeccable. It's like right when I'm done recording.
He's hacked into your Disney Plus. He's like, I can see when you're watching Star Wars.
I want to probe him for questions,
Today's a fun day.
but I'm like, but you'd ruin the reaction for me.
Now you're gonna have to watch out. You can't even talk in passing about the Mandalorian
Gosh.
for what might be revealed.
This was probably my favorite episode of the entire series. This was so good. It completes, other than, knowing what happens with Grogu, it completes a lot of the story, wraps up a lot of it. Obviously, Moff Gideon is going to be taken away by Cara Dune, has to be put in jail. I'm sure he's going to be in there plotting his evil plan. And then, oh man, if only I could ask this guy some questions, I could really just get some answers here.
The most comprehensive
I need to put my phone on. I need to stop talking to him. I need to not look at my phone. It's like Moff Gideon's got to be taken away. You wrap up this arc. They gave you everything you wanted. You think about the entire series we've seen so far, but this whole season as a whole, building up with the Jedi, that he's connected with someone and he has to go away and train with someone, getting the Beskar steel spear in that exact episode when he learned the information that Grogu needs to go with the Jedi, and then how it just, and then also getting Bo-Katan in here. It all just comes full circle in this moment. This one episode of them having to work together, Bo-Katan wanting to go after him. I don't know, maybe you guys can clarify some things for me, because I rewatched the episode last night. Sabine Wren handed off the Darksaber to Bo-Katan. She didn't fight Bo-Katan for it. She helped Sabine Wren destroy the machine that she built, yada, yada, yada. But Sabine was also like, I feel like you're the rightful ruler to lead these people. You have the leadership skills, so here, take the dark. And then she accepts it and then holds it and unites the people. So
She forgot about that.
yeah. Traditionally, in the rules, to get the Darksaber, you usually have to go through combat. You have to win it. You have to earn it. Yeah, I guess that might just be it. There was nothing there that maybe in their dynamic so far that hasn't demonstrated for Din Djarin, even though he could care less about it.
Yeah, maybe it's like because there was a pre-existing bond between her and Sabine Wren of sorts,
Yeah, and they work together and all these things. So
it's like maybe because of that personal element, it's not just like some random guy being like, yeah, I don't want this, you can have it.
Yeah.
Like there's a better connective quality there that still, it doesn't dismantle the pride and hint towards the lie that Gideon talks about. It's like, you'll know that you didn't actually earn it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But damn, Giancarlo Esposito's performance in this episode.
Oh, it's great.
So amazing. Like, he's barely in this season, and then you get him here, and there's so much great. Like, to me, this is Emmy nominated worthy performance right here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was amazing.
He's so good to the point where you can have him outnumbered in a room full of armed people, and the moment where you're like, oh, but he's spinning the wheels. He's about to talk his way out of this, or he's about to have something up his sleeve that's going to make this all for naught or something. Like, he's so good at bringing that, like, really assured, really confident, very, like, eerily still and steady energy.
Yeah.
And it's like he is one of those actors now who's sort of been typecast as these type of heavy roles, but it's all props to him because he's able to bring such presence distinctly to each one. And like here, it was so rewarding to watch him go up against Din Djarin and to watch him actually have to really fight him, but then overpower him, get him on the ground, you know, and take him to Bo-Katan. So rewarding.
I mean, but yeah, like even when he's captured and he's like cuffed and bleeding from the mouth, something about him where you're like, why is he still so menacing? Why is he still so scary right now?
And
Even
then,
though he's caught.
And then that one moment where he actually looks scared is like so impactful because of that. When you see it in
when
his
Luke
face.
Skywalker shows up.
Yeah, and
that's
he's
great.
like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Even I didn't expect this.
Yeah, right. The fight with Gideon and Din Djarin was really cool. That was a great battle they had. I wish it was longer though. That was the one thing about it. I wish it was just a little bit longer. I don't know if it's just because it was so exciting and I was so pulled into it that it felt short.
Well,
there's so much build up with the fact that he's you introduce him with the Darksaber at the end of season 1. You know, a couple of times he's taunting with it. You're like, okay, what kind of lethal warrior is this guy gonna be? And then the fight felt a little short lived. It's not even really that big of a deal to me because it was still so cool though. It's still so awesome and rewarding to get him using the Beskar sphere versus him with the Darksaber. You're like, that is so neat. Yes. I love it. I can't really complain.
Well, they've also drawn up a lot of other tension throughout the episode, especially with the Dark Troopers and stuff like that. Like that fight scene where Din Djarin's just getting his face knocked
was painful.
in. Like I was afraid.
That was like getting crushed by a machine.
It literally was. And for a second I was like, oh god, they're not gonna like actually crush his head or something. Like at first I thought
Mass was
denting. Yeah. And so I feel like there is an element of the structure of this episode that's interesting because to a degree their plan goes pretty well according to plan, minus the fact that you know Gideon hides away with Grogu and all that stuff and the attempt at, you know, creating some kind of alliance or momentary satisfaction of mutual interests or whatever. But yeah, it seems like in the first part of the episode there's a lot of tension as the operation unfolds, but it pretty much is a success, and then they bring you some more surprises after that.
Yeah, they did such a good job with the Dark Troopers. I thought more of Terminator 1 than Terminator 2. Yeah. You know, like specifically when Sarah Connor's running away from the T-800 and it's melted down, because there's something about the way it moved that had this eerie stop motion effect. Like it didn't feel totally CGI. It just made it feel that much more unsettling whenever it was doing stuff, and it just
feels so heavy, and the color is so it's weird. Like I love the way they depicted them because they're so dark. Like the metal, you're looking at them, you're like, these are reflective surfaces, but they have such dark color that it just sucks all the light in and makes them look that much scarier, because then it's just the glowing red eyes and the outlines and the idea of their shape.
I mean, this whole episode was just great because the beginning of this, when they're plotting, they're making it seem like, oh, Slave One's after us and they're on the ship. It just made me think of like classic Star Wars movies. These rogue characters all going on a rescue mission, having to infiltrate this galactic ship, get out there, start fighting some stormtroopers, but then they had their own spin on it. And like the gun action was so cool. Everything with is her name Casca Reeves, if I'm not mistaken, new character. Reeves, the Sasha Banks character. You get to see her do some wrestling moves when she's fighting Boba Fett, when they're all working together on the ship to take out all the stormtroopers.
On the bridge and stuff. And
I do think they're very selective about when the stormtroopers are good at their job and when they're not good at their job, because
absolutely, the closer you get, the worse they are. They're good from afar, but once you're right up in their grill, they're useless.
But more so in this show than the movies, because the episode when Boba Fett was, you know, before he got the armor, was showing how badass, the Robert Rodriguez directed one, The Tragedy is what it's called. That episode, I thought they were doing a really good job. But even in the one with Bill Burr, when the stormtroopers show up and they start shooting the pirates, I'm like, oh damn, they're doing a good job shooting. And then here, you're like, oh, come on. The complaint is so minor to me at this point.
It's one of those Star Wars things, too, where it's like they've become self-conscious of it so many times now that I think it helps to take that edge off almost.
I mean, beyond that, yes, and the fact that the choreography and what was on display, because it didn't all move the same. Like Bo-Katan and Reeves, they kind of move similar because they're, you know, the regiment they're from, the Mandalorians they are. With Cara Dune and Fennec Shan, you even get a display of differences in them. I thought like Fennec and Cara were so awesome here. The ending moments with Mando and Baby Yoda having, I mean, I still call them, but they're non-real names, Din Djarin and Grogu, having to say goodbye to each other, and him taking off the helmet, showing like, no, you are the most important thing in the world to me, more than this religion and stuff. Like, he had to look at him. He had to see him. It was so heartbreaking. I think a lot of us predicted that's probably what would happen. I think we even said it ourselves. Like, it set it up for that he would have to go away and train with the Jedi. And it seemed likely that it would be Cal or Luke. Makes more sense, especially because you're going more within the movies and such, that it would be Luke Skywalker. Sidestep here. Luke Skywalker showed up. Yeah. Like, there's an X-Wing. I'm like, who the hell is it? But then once I realized it's a solo X-Wing, it's gotta be Luke
It's
Skywalker.
gonna be that one guy they keep running to all this season with the beard, who's just always like, hey guys, what are you doing out here? Stop that.
That's what I thought. If it was multiple ships, I would have been like, oh, the Republic showing up. When it was one, I was like, oh my God, this is it.
Luke in that X-Wing.
There was something about the fighting style of how they captured him, which I thought was really good at building, like, cutting back and forth between how much he's effing those guys up and then cutting to the reaction moments from everyone on the ship, the way Din Djarin and Grogu were reacting to him specifically. Like, Din Djarin and Grogu were very different in the way they were responding versus everyone else who was like, this guy's a threat, don't trust this person. Grogu is obviously reaching out to him and, you know, even touching the camera, really drawn to Luke. But when he's like messing them all up, the choreography is so awesome. And it kind of reminded me of a hybrid of the Rogue One Darth Vader scene and actually that Star Wars fan film, the Scene 38 reimagined, where Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. It had that type of visual aesthetic more than actually the Rogue One version to me. Yeah. And I thought that was great to see that, especially after, you know, we never saw Luke move this way in any of the live action stuff. You know, he gets brought back in Last Jedi and he doesn't really do much in terms of the fighting. To get this paid off here was so grand. It was awesome. I will say though, damn CGI.
I love the look of his face, especially the eyes.
When he first showed up, I was like, oh cool, looks good.
Yeah,
but then when he started talking, you get the dead eyes. You get the dead eyes.
I was wondering if they would do a full-on, we're just doing a hero shot, we're just gonna have a scene with Luke, and yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that they introduced him the way they did, just leading with this presence and the body language, and really showing from both the screen and then cutting in, just really building the aura around him, and then like it was a funny moment because I was like, oh damn, like they really actually did it, and it is like really exciting. I think it's a really good lore thing. It makes a lot of sense on the timeline and whatnot. I wish this technology was just a little further along, but I feel like, you know, it's one of those moments where I can easily see past whatever little nitpicks into the context, you know?
That's what I mean. The context was so absorbing that I was like, I literally had a quick thought, like, ignore it. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like one of those things where it's like, oh, we're going to do a DH moment, bring a character in that we didn't need to.
It's not just that we're going, it's Star Wars, just forget about a flaw. It's a technology flaw, but if we're talking about context and story and all of those things, the emotional undertones, that's really small compared to, I mean, some people might have wanted to recast, but I don't think we're going to get season 3 of watching Grogu and Luke train with one another. So
it'll just be the reverse.
Yeah, if you're gonna do one scene with Luke Skywalker, maybe another one in season 3, it's totally cool to just keep it.
Yeah, and it's cool to know Mark Hamill was there.
Yeah, especially seeing the credit, like, okay, Mark Hamill actually did, maybe, like, he did the voice, obviously. I was like, that's just too good of a voice if that's fake. I'm sure they did some audio pitch stuff to make him sound younger. Still, they had to.
It sounded a little modulated.
Yeah, because at first I was like, is this like dialogue they just took from the previous movies? I mean, this is the journey we've been on. In a lot of ways, this completes the story of Din Djarin and Grogu. For now, I think though that we will eventually get back to Din Djarin. I don't think you can do this show without Din Djarin and Grogu. I feel like we'll get some focus on Boba Fett, but I think you also got to go to Din Djarin eventually. Where there you end up having them reunite. Because Grogu's not in like The Last Jedi. Like, they established so much with Luke Skywalker's story in The Last Jedi, and we're very close to the time when Rey's supposed to be born, and Kylo and, you know, Ben Solo. Grogu's nowhere there, unless he was like one of the Jedi who was killed at the temple. Then that just sucks. So I think you gotta, in terms of thinking about this canon of storylines, it has to eventually get there. But then they also do say that he took his blood, Moff Gideon. He can restore order. I like the way they did Moff Gideon's lines when he was talking with Din Djarin. He really talked about Bo-Katan and Fennec, all the people on the ship, that how murderous savages they are. Like, he really views them like they're the bad guys, and that they want, that he can bring order back to the galaxy with what Grogu has. I imagine is that must go feed right into the whole thing with the clones and Snoke and Palpatine and all that. It seems like they're really tying it all in. And then now we're gonna get all these other shows too that'll tie it all in and flesh it out even more. I mean, this is already so tied to Clone Wars and Rebels. Yeah, like now the other live action shows are gonna tie it in even more now.
Yeah, it's like a giant map that just keeps having regions filled in. Filled in. Oh, that's how that place connects to that place.
So it's like it's weird because it's like you're watching these different timelines not in a non-linear fashion. But I like that. I think it's cool. I think it's a different way to experience it.
Well, yeah, and it's a good way to keep your history. Like, it's a world that has its own history and chronology now. Like, it's been expanded over so much, and it's a good way, I think, to keep that collective bibliography alive without having to constantly go, remember that thing? Remember that thing?
Yeah.
Like, we will do that, but I feel like, just the more you build the living, percolating quality of this world, the more that you can kind of refer without it feeling lurid, you know?
I mean, I think Pedro Pascal did a great job on his performance. I thought everyone did a wonderful job. I mean, it would make sense to going into season 3 too with the, honestly, if it was just a Boba Fett show, I wouldn't want that. I don't think, I would not. I personally, I don't mind focusing on Boba Fett. I don't mind focusing on whatever this storyline is and whatever we uncover. I would not like it if we just canned all of Din Djarin, because we got all this Darksaber stuff to figure out too, and what's going on with Mandalore. Maybe we'll get some like Fennec and Boba, and then we'll go to Bo-Katan and Din Djarin and see what it's all about with restoring Mandalore, and then we'll finally see Mandalore in live action.
Yeah, I would definitely want to continue with Din Djarin in some way, shape,
or
form, because it only seems right. And then
We were done. Yeah. But guys, this was incredible. I thought they knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely. I'm so catharst.
And Tuna got killed right away at the end. Bring her back, kill him off.
Don't worry, they can bring her back again.
It's just so hilarious to me.
Good punchline. There need to be more of those member berries. Remember this guy?
Jimmy Olsen him. All right, guys. Well, what'd you think? Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, click that notification bell, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you to everyone who joined our Patreon page. This is the way. Leave your predictions down below for season 3.